Hello, hello, and welcome to another episode of Kurt's Cocktails. My name is Kurt, and I am a non-bartender teaching other non-bartenders how to pretend to be bartenders. And today, we are taking a deep dive into the modern classic cocktail known as the Espresso Martini. The Espresso Martini is a hugely popular drink in Australia, but it was actually invented in London in the 1980s by a bartender named Dick Bradsell. Dick Bradsell is one of the all-time great mixologists, especially of the modern era. He's contributed a bunch of cocktails today, and the Espresso Martini might be his most famous one. Now, Mr. Bradsell said that he invented this cocktail at a club in London when a then unknown but now super famous supermodel came up to the bar and asked him for a drink that would wake her up and fuck her up. He had an espresso machine in the bar, a few other ingredients, he tossed them together, and hence the Espresso Martini was born. Tragically, Dick Bradsell died in 2016, and he took the secret of the identity of the supermodel to the grave with him. So we do not know who that supermodel was. The most popular theories that I've heard are Kate Moss, Naomi Campbell, and Heidi Klum. I've since looked them up on Wikipedia, and according to Wikipedia, they were all born in the 70s. So if it was them, Mr. Bradsell may have invented a cocktail for an underage drinker, even according to UK laws. But anyway, let's get into it. So before shooting this video, I brewed a shot of espresso into our mixing glass. One shot will do you just good. If you brew coffee with a mocha pot and want to use that, I would say measure out an ounce. This is 40 milliliters, so an ounce and a third. But yeah, an ounce should be perfect. Next, we are going to add our base spirit, which is 2 ounces of vodka or 60 mils. I use Kettle One. That is my go-to vodka if I don't want to spend too much time at the liquor store looking up other brands. So 2 ounces of vodka into our shaking glass. By the way, this espresso was freshly brewed. We are going to look to emulate the espresso foam in the cocktail, also known as the crema. So fresh espresso, hot espresso is actually the best for that. So brew your espresso fresh, sorry. To that, we're going to add our coffee liqueur. Now, the original recipe called for Kahlua. We are using Mr. Black. This is not quite as sweet as Kahlua, but it will get you a very deep coffee flavor. So a half ounce, 15 mils of Kahlua. And I'm using a jigger that is marked for proportionate ounces, so quarter ounces, half ounces, stuff like that. If you don't have a jigger, 1 tablespoon is a half ounce, FYI. Now we're going to look to sweeten this. With that, we are using simple syrup. Again, like I've said in previous videos, this is store-bought. I do make my own when I can, but I bought this for a party and I just want to use it up before I start making another batch, but please make your own if you can. It's really simple, hence the name. It is equal parts white sugar and water, put in a pot, heat it up till the sugar dissolves, pour it out into a bottle, let it cool, and there you have it. So this is a quarter ounce of simple syrup. All right, that's our ingredients. Going to take the big half of my shaker and fill it with ice. 1 minute. Going to dump the contents of our top half of the shaker into the mixing glass, into the top half of the shaker. Give it a quick pop and lock. A couple sharp shakes for about 10 to 30 seconds. Whack it to break the seal. Dump the ice out of your martini glass that has been chilling. And we are going to double strain The reason why is because we have a nice foam going, we want to save it. We broke a bunch of ice cubes into chunks, and tiny ice chunks will wreck the foam. They'll pass through the Hawthorne strainer and they'll wreck the foam. That's why we use a fine strainer as well. So, we pour out our Espresso Martini, let it sit for a little bit, and let that foam build up as it sets. Looking quite beautiful. And there you have it. Let's give her a taste. Oh, that's lovely. So it's a deep coffee flavor. Nice balanced sweetness from the simple syrup and the coffee liqueur. Again, if you're using Kahlua, I would say dial back the simple syrup or take it out completely, because you have enough sweetness there already. But this is actually my all-time favorite cocktail to make and drink at home. And yeah, I'm happy to share it with you today. So it's very simple, but it's visually striking and it's tasty and it has a great backstory. So yeah, the Espresso Martini. Make it, try it, and have a good day. See you on the next one. Bye.